She's priceless, drop-dead gorgeous, the most famous face in the world.
Victoria? Victoria what?
Who's Victoria?
I am copying the Queen Bella Hadid's diet, workout, and kind of lifestyle for the day. Living like a Victoria's Secret model slash angel slash Romy Strayed for the day.
Today we're going to be talking about what is a it girl. An it girl is a Victoria's Secret model.
Why is it that still to this day, people still want to look like a Victoria's Secret angel? It's crazy to think that after all these years and everything that's come out about Victoria's Secret, they're still seen as the ultimate body standard to have. Slowly and slowly, we started to see the angels trend again. We started seeing the hype to be a runway girl and to be able to wear those iconic angel wings. But the question is why? Why is it coming back? What is so appealing about being on a strict diet, working out all hours of the day to achieve that perfect angel appearance? So many people are saying that times have changed and the angels weren't what they used to be. But if that's true, why do I still feel the pressure to look like an angel? Let's get into it. You would think after all these years, being a Victoria's Secret angel would be something that was a thing back in the day, and now it's like something that no one cares about anymore. But I feel like it's the opposite. I really feel like people are literally trying their best to bring this whole ordeal and spectacle back to life. When Victoria's Secret was in its prime, I feel like all of us would have done anything to get a pair of those wings and become an angel. I believe they started to do their iconic runway shows back in the 90s. And by the early 2000s, their runway shows became something to remember, notorious, and what they were most notably known for. I mean, it was the wings and the glitter runways, but it was also the extremely thin bodies. It was the perfect perky boobs. It was the light skin tone. It was the long flowy hair. This is what made the perfect angel. No ifs, ands, or buts. The early mid 2000s were full of advertisements and campaigns that capitalized on these women's bodies and sold them as the ultimate fantasy that everyone wanted. If you didn't have the body they were marketing, then you were pretty much seen as less than and not good enough. Like me personally, I kind of always knew that there would never be a day where I would become a Victoria's Secret angel because I didn't have a body like those women. I had scars. I didn't have long flowy hair. I wasn't light skinned or white. I had skin texture. I had stretch marks. I had cellulite. It was always so crazy because whenever these women would walk the runway, I seriously could not believe that women actually looked like that. They did not have one flaw on their body at all. They were just walking goddesses. I would always watch the show and just be in awe because I could not believe what I was seeing. And I feel like a lot of other women felt the exact same. It always would get on my nerves because a Victoria's Secret would brand themselves as female empowerment. And if you really wanted to be an angel one day, as long as you were confident, in yourself and you try really hard, then that's all it takes to become an angel. When in reality, none of that was true. If you wanted to be a Victoria's Secret angel one day, you had to hope and pray to God that you were born with good genes. You would have to hope and pray that you were born with wide set hip bones so you would have a thigh gap. Because I don't think I've ever seen an angel back in the day that didn't have a thigh gap. You had to hope and pray that you were born with a fast metabolism and a petite figure so one day you might stand a chance. I don't know why they did this, but there were so many behind the scenes Victoria's Secret content about how the angels got their wings and what it takes to really be a VS model, and they would make it seem like every girl wanted to be an angel. It reminded me of that scene in The Devil Wears Prada where Miranda told Andy that 1,000,000 girls would kill for this job, and this is the job that everyone wants. That was kind of like the vibe that Victoria's Secret gave. I'm pretty sure that even the directors and CEOs or whatever would say statements like that this is the one thing that 1,000,000 girls wanted. Millions and millions of girls audition each year, and only 38 actually made it to the runway, and only 38 got to fulfill their dreams of getting those wings. And they always made the biggest spectacle about showing what it took to get to that point. I remember watching the audition videos, and it just consisted of random girls just coming in and being stripped down until they were half naked, and then having to walk back and forth to show the judges their body. And then there were also other random people just in the room just watching them. them, which made it even more weird. And the judges would judge you on whether you had a body that they wanted and whether you fit the standard of what they wanted of their brand. And by the time I started watching the Victoria's Secret, runway shows, at that point it had already like blown up, and they had these major celebrities like Bruno Mars, Maroon 5, Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift, The Weeknd. I mean, the list goes on. And they would make this show like the main event of the season, and there was no way you could miss out on watching the Victoria's Secret fashion show. And this whole spectacle got so big that the Angel girls would start making videos on YouTube about like what they ate in a day or how to train like an angel exercises. There's so many videos on YouTube that showcase the angels and like how they live their lives essentially. So naturally, when these videos started to come out, people started making like copycat videos, I guess, of like living like a Victoria's Secret angel for the day, eating like a Victoria's Secret model for a week.
For the next 24 hours, I'm going to be eating, training, and living like a Victoria's Secret model.
I will be living like a Victoria's Secret angel for a week.
I decided to copy the diet and exercise of 5 different models on 5 different days.
And these girls would restrict themselves, work out multiple times a day, dress like them, wear the same clothes they wore. I mean, these girls would basically try their best to copy every single thing that these models were doing. And I think I probably did the same thing too. I would be so obsessed with watching these videos about the models and what they did, because that was all that was pretty much shoved in our faces as like young girls and teenagers. And eventually Victoria's Secret kind of got canceled, and people started realizing that their brand that Victoria's Secret was promoting was pretty toxic. But now it's crazy because years later the Victoria's Secret show came back, and now I'm actually seeing videos of people trying to make videos of living like an angel or whatever again, and doing their makeup again and all this stuff. And I'm like, are we in 2012? Did I go in the time machine and jump back a couple years? Like, what is happening? Like, why do people still want to be a model, a Victoria's Secret model? Listen, I'm all for like the glitz and glam of being a fashion model, but can we please just take the toxicity out of it, because it's like it's not doing anything for anyone. And I get like in their recent fashion show in 2024 they had more like plus size models, but they were still lacking a lot of inclusivity. But at least they were trying, I guess. But I do want to know if any of you guys like ever were into like Victoria's Secret, because I watched a lot of like TV growing up, and I was a YouTube girl always since day one. So my whole like teenagehood, if that's a word, consisted of watching those videos of the models doing this and that. But I don't know if that's the same experience that other people had. But please leave your comments down below of your experience with the brand, and I guess like what it just means to you. And if you enjoyed today's video, I have so many other videos on my channel to check out. I have shorts up too, so check out my channel. And I upload every single week on Sundays 12 p.m. So I will be back next week, my next video. Bye guys.